All right. Hi, and welcome to our Opulent Freedom Lifestyle event. My name's Jana. I'll be hosting majority of the event tonight. We will be hearing from a few other amazing people about their journey and why we love getting on to these events and share. But we're also going to hear from two amazing women that are launching their business tonight. So super excited to hear from them. You know, what they're excited about, because it's quite scary and daunting to be jumping on and launching in front of a whole lot of people they don't know and even do know. So for me, I came across this amazing opportunity 21 months ago now. I was literally trading time for money. I was working full time. I had been with the Australian Defence Force for 11 years and just switched over to Department of Human Services on promotion. And it was just after I'd been on mat leave with my second baby. So I'm a mum of two. And I had to leave both those little boys in full-time care when I went back to work. And I was just getting extremely run down. I had lots more travel involved, longer hours, taking work home with me, on call. Both mentally and physically, I just wasn't coping. I didn't have children, boys or girls, to be, having someone else bring them up. So something had to change, something had to give. I just felt like all the walls were caving in. I couldn't be, a good parent anymore. I couldn't keep up with all my chores at home, being the shopper's chef and the cleaner. Yes, I do have a husband, but he works massive hours as well. And then, learning my new job. And there was absolutely no me time. So I was researching their product Juice Plus for my husband. He's just one of those typical blokes in that he only eats meat and potato and plain pasta, plain rice. He looks quite healthy, but I was just really worried about his health in the future, inflammation, joint pain, all those sorts of things. So I'd been looking at Juice Plus a couple of other products, and then I'd actually forgotten about it, to be honest. But then this amazing opportunity sort of appeared for me, and it must have been at the right time, because it's definitely not something I'd normally look at, being super skeptic, and it all seemed too good to be true. But it was health, it was wellness. All I needed was Wi-Fi, could work around my children. It was all about teaching my family and other people around me the value of whole foods. So it was just a lot of ticks for me. So I reached out to this person that I'd never met before, which was super daunting, and asked her a million questions. I myself have owned a traditional business before as well, so I just didn't want to get trapped into, working crazy hours for somebody else again and just never getting anywhere and having all those continuous expenses weekly, monthly and yearly. But she was amazing. She responded to all my beautiful questions and then asked me if I'd heard of the Juicy Body Transformation or Juice Plus. And I was excited because I had heard of Juice Plus. Hadn't heard of the program, which I now love, but I had heard of Juice Plus. So I thought, why not? Let's get hubby on it. Let's get me on it. Let's get the kids on it. Extra nutrients into our bodies isn't going to be any damaging. If anything, it's always going to be added value. Let's get it cheaper, if not free, or make a bit of money. And being super driven and teachable, within 4 months, I was able to go part-time. Within 10 months, I was able to resign and leave my full-time job. So I'm now a stay-at-home mum, and I get to help and share this amazing opportunity with many others now. Not just the opportunity, but obviously the program and product. So what is Juice Plus? Juice Plus is a product designed around bridging the gap in your diet or increasing an already healthy diet. Okay, it's not there to replace a healthy diet in any shape or form. But government states we should be having about 3 to 5 serves of fruit and vegetables a day. But science suggests we really need to be more along the lines of 9 to 11. And that can be quite massive for us to do on a daily basis. As much as I'm that crazy, freaky, juicy person that's always juicing and eating my 3 to 5 meals a day, and my husband calls me a rabbit, it's still, not every day is perfect. So you just can't get all those nutrients into your body each day. All right, so this is their hero product, our fruits, vegetables and berry capsules. Amazing in that you get the extra variety of 27 fruits, vegetables and berries into your diet each and every day. All right, what I love really about that is when you understand what you're putting into your body even now, just with your fruits and vegetables, as much as you're probably like me and we're eating and drinking plenty of it, is we eat our fruits and vegetables when they taste nice, when they're a beautiful colour, when they're a great shape, or, they're nice and firm or whatever. Doesn't mean it's at its full nutritional value. okay? The actual full nutrients, cellular, the micronutrition, all that really doesn't come to effect really in the last 24 to 48 hours of it being on the vine. All right, so we're getting our fruits and vegetables when they're, not at their full cellular value. They're depleted because of the soil they're grown in, the chemicals that are sprayed on them, the duration of their travel journey from, the vine to coming into our supermarkets, us purchasing them, and if we're vegetables, then cooking them also. We're cooking the nutrients out of them. So the produce that goes into our products, the farms grow our produce purely for our product. The farms are 3 generations old, which I love, and they get to that ugly shape or that ugly colour when they are at their highest cellular level, because no one's going to actually be seeing them. They're going straight from our vine into our factories, which are co-located or within an hour's distance of the farms, where they are popped onto a vat where they are washed and cleaned, and then they are pulped. In that process, or the liquid is taken away, coincidentally the sugar, and then it's slowly turned into our powder form through a cold press process, keeping all those micronutrients, phytonutrients, and micronutrients still all intact. All right, that's peel, pip, sometimes a bit of stem, all those nutrients that we were missing out on before, going into our capsules, into our vegan, vegetarian, plant-based soluble capsule. All right, from there we swallow it. Within 3 to 7 minutes, we all absorb nutrients differently. It goes into our body and it takes effect and goes and does what it needs to do. And what I mean by that is when we're taking our multivitamins or our supplements beforehand, they were full of so many synthetic and artificial ingredients, our body didn't actually recognize them. Sure, it would be helping a little bit, but you would have noticed this in the form of, your disco wee, that fluorescent wee in the toilet that always looks like you're dehydrated. That's your body excreting what it doesn't recognize. Juice Plus is just fruits, vegetables, and berries. And I love that as well because the label lists the ingredients. That's a food label. For instance, with the vegetable blend, you've got carrot, cabbage, kale, broccoli, beet, tomato, parsley, spinach, all things I know. I don't need a dictionary or, 6 uni degrees to figure out what they are. Yes, I get quite a bit of that into my daily meals, my 3 to 5 meals a day, but not each and every day. And the fact that kale's on there, and this has been around for 27 years, everyone's still talking about kale as if it's the new superfood fad, but Juice Plus knew about it 27 years ago. The other thing on the label I love is there's no warning label. Because it is just a food, there's only whole foods in there. Unless you can't have the carrot or the cabbage, Juice Plus is safe for you even if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding. If you can't eat carrot or broccoli, yep, sure, maybe Juice Plus isn't for you. But otherwise, the fact that it's safe when you're pregnant, I had to stop so many things when I was, pregnant with my children. So to know that Juice Plus is safe, and not only for me, for my growing baby, is pretty amazing also. So obviously it's been around for, like I said, 27 years. So there's 27 years worth of amazing results. But we've also got a lot of studies to back us also. In fact, over 36 peer-reviewed scientific studies and 3 ongoing. So Juice Plus help fund them. They love, seeing results. They love doing these studies and having that to for us to support us when we're sharing it, I guess. But what happens when you're putting this product into your body on a daily basis at this cellular level? Like attracts like. It's the same as if you're going out and having takeaway meals all the time, or salty chips or lollies. You're going to want more of that, therefore feel crappy, really. By flooding your body with Juice Plus each and every day at that high cellular level, you're going to want and crave less of the bad stuff and more of the good stuff, which is amazing too. And we see lots of results that. And when you flood your body with all those beautiful nutrients daily, you'll start to see it in energy, better sleep, clearer skin, that brain fog cleared, better, people are pooping better, sleeping better. I've said that already, but kidney, liver health, all these amazing things that come from, working from inside first, which is great. So one of the studies, we've got 3 ongoing at the moment, one being the Kids Eat Free study. So when any adult takes our micronutrition, the oil in the engine, getting your body all running perfectly, you get to sponsor a child for 4 years for free. So it's literally buy one, get one for free, which is great, between the ages of 4 and 18. So the children can either do the fruit and vegetable capsules if they're a bit older, or they can have it in a chew form. Okay, and it's literally the same powder that goes into our capsules, except for it's joined with an all-natural plant-based tapioca. Okay, so they're super yummy, all natural, you know, the ones that we're putting into our children's bodies before with all that synthetic and artificial sugars, none of that, which is great. And we're already seeing amazing results in, again, kids sleeping better, pooping better, gum health, cognitive behavior. For my children, respiratory, and that whole craveability, getting all those nutrients into your little ones at an early age and creating that craveability is a super advantage for any parent to be able to do. And no child is going to eat everything for you consistently as they're growing their taste buds. One day they'll eat broccoli, the next day they'll hate it. One day they want tomato on the sandwich, the next day they won't like it. So it's great knowing that you can, you know, bridge that gap while they're having that early development with Juice Plus. All right, so that's our micronutrients, you know, oiling the engine. We've got to fuel, you know, we've still got to eat. And we've got these amazing complete powders, all right? These weren't designed to be a meal replacement, but they're a nutritional drink with over 30 plant-based ingredients in there. So they come in 2 yummy flavors, chocolate and vanilla. So this is your macronutrients. So protein, complex carbohydrates, fiber, superfoods in there as well, vitamin B, complex vitamin B niacin, and vitamin D. So all coming from amazing things like broccoli, alfalfa sprouts, radish sprouts. You know, my 2-year-old's still super fussy, a little bit like his dad. So knowing that he's having this in the morning and he's getting all those yummy things in there along with pomegranate, pumpkin, mushroom powder, you know, is amazing, along with my frozen berries, banana, whatever I decide to put in there. But it's great for breakfast on the run, pre and post workout, sweet tooth in the afternoon, kids smoothie in the afternoon after school. It's just got all those amazing things in there. So that complex vitamin B niacin is a beautiful mood balancer. So, you know, if you've got your, you know, taking your capsules and your body's starting to work more at that opulent level and you're adding these as well, we're seeing lots of results also with depression and anxiety, which is amazing. Also, people are able to reduce their medication, in some cases even come off, which is brilliant. Vitamin D is a hard resource, especially when you're pregnant. So knowing that mushroom and pomegranate are in there, that's pretty awesome too. We have some great recipes to go with that in our program. You can turn these into yummy icy poles for the kids. Lots of benefits you can use and utilize that for. And Juice Plus also, you know, got to that stage where they realized there was still a bit of a gap in our nutrition. And they came up with the, it's taken them a little while to do so, but with an all-natural plant-based omega-3. So it's brilliant. They've skipped the fish and gone straight to the algae, along with sea buckthorn, pomegranate, tomato, safflower, raspberry, and I think that's it. But all these beautiful oils that go in there that help with brain development, eyes, again, joint pain and inflammation. So it's brilliant that we've also got that beautiful one that's been added too. So, and that's literally all our product. We don't have some crazy big catalogue, you know, to confuse people. That's all we have. But what we have too is a part of this beautiful team and network that we're a part of, because people come from all different shapes of life, is a wonderful family-friendly lifestyle program. All right, the Juicy Body Transformation is built around Juice Plus. It's not some crazy diet where you're calorie counting. It's deprivation free. It's got over 400 beautiful recipes in it, compiled by the beautiful Kira Westwick. She's a nutritionist, a mum of 2, and an absolute foodie. She was actually a runner-up on MasterChef 2014, and she loves adding more and more value to this program. We've got over 7 ebooks, including a gourmet cleanse, a detox, an 8-week shred for those people that really need a kickstart. We've got a Thermomix guide. We've got the treats, because when, you know, we're not about starving ourselves and missing out on those things that we like. It's about balance. It's about getting kids involved, getting them in the kitchen, understanding the value of the rainbow on their plate. And for a lot of people, they want to make that diet change. They just don't know how to. So we've got this wonderful program. It is all online. It's free for anybody that does Juice Plus for life. I do have a printed one because I need to have one in front of me when I'm cooking. And you get to be part of a group a private group that are all on the same journey as you. So you can share your ups and downs. You can share other recipes. You can share your cooking achievements and sometimes not achievements. But it's a really amazing community to be a part of. And I love it. I was very excited to be a part of the program once I understood that it was, built around the amazing product. So we're going to hear now from a couple of our girls just about some of their results they've had with the product. So I'm just going to grab, where's Mads? Oh, there she is up top. Maddie, how did Juice Plus come into your life? What results have you had so far? And why do you love sharing it?
Hi everyone. So basically I've been on Juice Plus for about 5 months now, and the first big change that I noticed, which kind of blew my mind, was my sleeping. I suddenly had a lot more energy, and I wasn't as sluggish in the afternoons, and that's because I think when I was sleeping I was falling asleep and I was being in a deeper sleep, and it wasn't taking me quite as long to settle. Like my mind just buzzed all the time. I'm, thinking about things I've got to do with the kids and work and everything like that. But I found I could drift off a lot quicker, and it was deeper. So when I was waking up, I felt like I had a really good sleep, even though I'd been up multiple times during the night with my little boy, who's not the best sleeper. I still felt really good the next day. And that's the biggest change I felt. And that was within the first 2 weeks. And that was incredible to me, that, to be able to function the next day. I've got an active 3-year-old as well. So it made a huge difference to my life. And it still does now. Like I still, last night I think I had about 3 or 4 hours, and you can probably tell it. Big bags, but I felt good today, and I went and did tumbless the tank and everything, and it was a massive day, but I felt fine and it was amazing. And another one I found was my sweet and junk cravings. Within a couple of months, probably by the second month, I really noticed that I didn't feel like it was like food anymore. I was more unintentionally just going for the fruit, like an apple or an orange, and I was buying more of it. And sharing it with my daughter, and there was the less of the junk food in the house, and no more of the chocolate biscuits or the ice creams after dinner or anything. We were going for the fruit, which was a huge change for us. So along with that and the amazing program with the fitness and the meal plans and everything, I actually managed to get back to my pre-baby weight much quicker than I had anticipated. And my partner even noticed it the other day, which is really lovely for someone else to acknowledge that. You know that you're doing the right thing, and obviously it's done amazing things for my metabolism, and you're more regular, and it's you just feel better, you feel healthier, and everything just seems like it works better. It's weird, but it's hard to explain sort of how something so simple can make a really big difference in your life. And my 3-year-old is on the chews as well. And it's small peace of mind as well for me, knowing that a fussy 3-year-old is actually getting all the nutritional requirements she needs to keep her little brain and body growing to its best, the best way it can. So I love sharing it because everyone needs to feel like this. Everyone needs to have it in their life, and if they can feel half as good as what I feel in the mornings with 2 kids, and still working part-time, and managing the house and everything, all the shopping and doing everything, like everyone, I love sharing it because I love helping other people feel the way that I do, because it's just so rewarding. So that's me. Thanks, Joanna.
Thank you. That was amazing. And I'm just going to grab Catherine. So for you, Catherine, how did Juice Plus come into your life? What results have you had so far, and why do you love sharing it or juggling?
Hi, everyone. I started Juice Plus back in February. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you're good.
Cool. I started it back in February last year, my baby was then 6 months old and my oldest was 3.5. So 3 boys under 3.5. I was very sleep deprived. I just started out on the berries and I just had some amazing results, like with energy and sleeping better. Like I was lucky to get 2 to 3 hours sleep a night. So I was able to function better. Then I was diagnosed with postnatal depression, and I actually got some, I think it was anxiety, like I'd never had it before, so it was really crazy. But they wanted to put me on antidepressants, but as I was breastfeeding, I'd heard that Juice Plus had helped other people with their depression. So I decided to, instead of pay hundreds of dollars for medication, I would give the whole trio a go, and the shakes. And I was able to stay off the medication, which was great because I was breastfeeding at the time, so I didn't want to put that into my youngest. And then within 6 weeks, just by starting the Juice Plus and following the program, I was able to lose 17 centimeters off my body, which was mind-blowing because I actually couldn't lose any of my baby weight. And yeah, it was just so easy to do with the kids. Like, it's quick and easy meals, so that's why I loved it. And it was things we're already eating, so it was just teaching me how to cook a bit differently. And then I've also had my kids on the chews as well. And Darcy, my youngest, he started on them at 11 months. And with him, he has been my healthiest child through daycare. He might get the odd runny nose here or there, but he's got nothing like the other two had. So that's just been amazing for us. So it's much less sick days. So yeah, that's what I'm going to share tonight. So thanks, Joanna.
Awesome, thank you. So two very different stories, honestly. My dad, gout for him, totally surprising, not something we considered. For me, a sciatic nerve that I'd had since my firstborn, caused from a bulged disc. I've still got the bulged disc. I have a dull ache there, but the sciatic nerve's gone. For a lot of people, psoriasis, eczema, when it's on your face and arms and legs, you cover yourself up, don't you? You cover yourself up in makeup and clothing, and then, it starts to affect you in other ways, in anxiety and depression. So helping all those, inflammations from the inside and working their way out is such a beautiful way to do it, and knowing that it's all natural is pretty amazing too, and a huge relief for a lot of people too, knowing that they're knowing exactly what they're putting in their body. So before we hear from the two amazing girls that are launching tonight, I'm just going to touch on a couple of topics that do come up when people look at this business. And I know I wasn't terribly concerned about this, but a couple of friends were. For me, they were just, they just cared for me, that they wanted me to just double check things. And are you sure you're doing not doing one of those schemes or one of those structures? But really, I think where I was, being a public servant, or really in any traditional business, I think that's more of a pyramid structure than what I was doing. And those schemes that they were sort of mentioning, I think that, they'll made illegal back in the 1970s. So it's just people that just don't know exactly what it is, or don't understand what it is multi-level marketing sort of is, I guess. But when you think about traditional business, we all have that CEO, that one person that sits up the top of the organisation or the company. And then we have various promotion levels sort of through the structure. They have their board of directors, their state managers, area managers, store managers, section managers within. So if you think about Coles and Safeway and their sort of structure, you have their beautiful people down here that, put our shopping through, bip it all through. But I'm starting to see less of these people now, more of these electronic tellers, because we do so much shopping online now. I don't want to go in there. I've got 2 kids. I had to actually take my 5-year-old back in the other day because he had a chocolate in his pocket that I hadn't paid for. And I made him tell the teller why he had a chocolate in his pocket and why we're in there. Exactly why I don't go in. But these guys here are being told they need to go to either another store if they want to keep doing, sort of checkout services, or they need to upskill and look at some of these other jobs that are available in the middle range section, or they need to do our shopping for us or deliver it. So either way, they need to start upskilling. Some of these guys might have been here 1, 2, 20, 30 years, happy doing that job. Some of them might be super career focused and are hoping to get some of these promotions going forward. But like I said, they need to upskill. They need to make sure they look better than everybody else. They need to apply, elbow kick, and make sure that they are that shining light that, you know, is going to be recognized by the panel or whoever they, you know, applying for. For me, when I switched over from one government section to another, I came into this middle range, you know, and the staff that were already there, they wanted that position that I won. So they didn't want to help me learn my new position. They didn't want to show me around. They were just cranky with me because I got to come in and win that position. This position was great. It was more money. I thought I was saying yes to more. But I was saying no to so much more because I had, you know, all that more driving, more working hours, taking work home with me, on call, so much more responsibility and so much more stress. The chances of me ever winning that CEO position, definitely not in the defence or the government agencies, but even in Safeway and Coles, I'm up against thousands of people. I need to be in the business 40, 50 years to know that company's insides and outs. But this is normally comes from an external agency. They've already had that experience and they're up with, you know, they've been to, you know, gone through uni and so forth. They're up with all the marketing and all those structures. There's chances of any of these guys ever winning that are slim to none. That's why I love this business plan. Ours is literally that, but on its head. We have a top position called NMD. We start off as a virtual franchise for a one-off fee of $165 a year in Australia, $170, $250 New Zealand. And we too have promotional levels. But the difference for us is we come in, doesn't matter what we are, a doctor, you know, a nurse, a surgeon, a stay-at-home mum, a teacher. We all start off as a virtual franchisee. Even if this CEO saw what I was doing and thought he wanted more of my lifestyle, more of my freedom, some of that success, he doesn't get to jump up to NMD where he thinks he's equivalent to be so. He would start as a VF. I would sponsor him, link arms with him, look after him and guide him because we're not a sign-up company. You know, we're all about linking arms and helping people create success. Some people just come into this business because they fall in love with the program and product, want it cheaper or want to share it. Some people want a holiday fund, pay off their credit cards, just be able to say yes to more. Some people it's to really change their lives. You help them work their way up some of these promotion levels. Well, all of them. If you don't, you stay where you are. You sit there. But if you help them grow their business, you too will continue growing through our business plan. The difference between this one, the major one, and this one is we all come in here as a virtual franchisee and we all get that opportunity to get to NMD, the highest position in the business plan, because you know ours doesn't have one person sitting pretty in the organisation getting the big pay or the big money. We all get that opportunity because there's someone earning an income from me 5 levels above and I earn an income from 5 levels deep. It's all about sharing this amazing opportunity with as many people as you possibly can. So the other thing that I was really stuck on when I first started, and that was because of my role in the defence going into Department of Human Services, and I just couldn't share on social media. I couldn't do much on there, so was quite inactive. I didn't think I knew enough people between my friends, family and social media. But the girl that linked arms with me, she showed me exactly what to do, how to share it with a few friends and family, just like the girls are tonight launching on this event, and also sharing on social media. And what happened was I found a few beautiful people that wanted more health in their life and needed to bridge that gap, or, you know, wanted something for their skin. But what I also found was 3 lovely people that also wanted some extra finances or wanted to get their money back on their own product, not necessarily thinking it was going to be, something that was going to come in and change their life completely. You know, Steph just fell in love with the program and product and didn't understand why enough people hadn't heard about it and wanted to share it with everybody. Catherine had amazing results. Lindsay, a bit of FOMO. She didn't want me to get the profit. She wanted it, so she jumped on the business as well. I showed these gorgeous girls exactly what Lauren had shown me. Share it with a few friends and family. Share it with your work colleagues or your sports team. Share it on social media, and the same thing sort of happened to them. They found a few beautiful people that wanted more. They wanted to say yes to more. They wanted to have more holidays, just a bit of more extra money so they could go get their hair cut, not ask their husband, go get their nails done. And the same thing kept coming. They teach their new people exactly what I'd taught them and so forth. And it kept just flowing down like popcorn, all very natural and organic. You know, there's no pressure. It's just people wanting to look after their health and take it to the next level. Catherine went and shared it with Michelle and Tassie. Michelle went and shared it with Adam. Adam went and shared it with Zoe, you know, and all these people did the same thing. I went and shared it with more people. And all I knew at the beginning was these first 4 people, Lindsay, Catherine and Steph. And since then, our beautiful team has imploded. And it's amazing, you know, having so many beautiful people come in from so many shapes of life and be able to, you know, add value in some shape or form. So now we're going to hear from our gorgeous 2 girls who are launching tonight. So I'm going to grab whoever is first on my screen, and that's Alex. So I'm going to grab you, Ali. So spotlight you. So how did Juice Plus come into your life? What results are you looking forward to yourself, and why did the business make sense to you?
Hi, Jana. Well, I saw a little post from Maddie on a buy, swap and sell site, because I seem to spend a lot of time there at the moment looking for things for my kids. I just started chatting with Maddie, heard about her situation, which is very similar to mine. 2 kids, not much sleep. And I started asking her questions, and then I started talking to my friends about it. And I realized that my friend, who also lives in Australia, has been taking it for a couple of years, and she'd had some really good results from it. So I asked some more questions, and it just started to make sense to me. You know, I'm making sure that my girls are eating right, but sometimes I forget about myself. So the capsules and things just started making sense to me. And I think I've only been taking them for a while, but I definitely can feel a bit more energy coming. Maybe not the sleep yet, because I'm still up during the night, but definitely got more energy in the day. I'm hoping to maybe get my hair to get a bit stronger, a bit more life in it. It's very brittle after pregnancy, and my nails and my skin is very prone to breakouts. So it'd be great if I saw, you know, some nice, clear, radiant skin like yours, Maddie. And the business really, you know, I would love a bit more extra money, and the fact that I can do it with just my phone on the beach at home with the girls, back in England on holiday, and that you get to share it with other people, and that you get to meet loads of people through the business as well. You know, there's a really nice little community of girls and guys, all kind of striving for the same thing. I just really love the program as well. The recipes are really yummy. I've started making them with my daughter Poppy, and she just loves making a rainbow on her plate. I just love that it's family friendly, and that I'm looking after me as well as them now.
It's amazing. And that's it. As soon as I think, especially us women, whether we're mums or not, as soon as we don't look after ourselves, everything around us seems to deplete. So good on you, Alex. Well done for another amazing launch. I'm just going to grab Amy as well. So Ames, how did Juice Plus come into your life? What results have you had so far, and why did the business make sense to you?
Thanks, Jana. So 18 months ago, I have been on the product for quite some time now, over 12 months. So 18 months ago, Jana invited me to one of her events, and I came along, and it really, Juice Plus resonated with me because it was whole foods. It wasn't synthetic. I had the kids on, you know, all their vitamins, probiotics. They were in daycare 4 days a week with me working. I was on vitamins, husband was on vitamins, and I know I was pushing myself with my job, and I was burning out, often not looking after myself, not taking a lunch break, and I was also pregnant at the same time. So Juice Plus really appealed to me just because I could fill those gaps, and if not, the gaps fill even more with then looking at my food and diet. And the benefits that I've had in that last 12 months is quite amazing for myself and then for everybody in our family. I suffer from chronic eczema and dermatitis, so my hands are, you know, covered, and when I'm pregnant, I get it on my face, my eyelids, and all around my mouth. And this was the first pregnancy out of the 3 children that I haven't had eczema on my face and on my hands and up my arms. So that was a confidence boost for me, as well as I could see how this all these capsules and all the beautiful berries and fruit and veggie were just changing my skin. And obviously something was lacking, because I was putting the steroid cream on and all the rest, but nothing was changing, and I've had that since I was a child. So that's been the biggest thing for me. I also found, like other people on the product, that energy and stamina is huge now. I don't get a 3 o'clock slump. I can have 4 hours sleep between the 3 children, getting up and juggling them all. And I wake up and I'm happy to get going with the day and have energy to be outside and playing with them, and running them to kinder and gymnastics and all the rest. And I'm back to pre-pregnancy weight now. And I think, Juice Plus giving me that extra energy and feeling good about myself to be able to get out and exercise, and not getting the itch from all the sweat and all the rest, has really helped so much for me. My children have had amazing results too, and huge benefits, and Marley, my youngest, who's nearly 12 months old, has suffered from chronic constipation for the last 6 months. And so daily suppositories, daily laxatives, eating a really high fibre diet, kiwi fruit, chia seeds, all the rest, but nothing was helping without suppositories and laxatives. And I tried the Juice Plus chews that the other 2 are on, and straight away, within a couple of days, Marley started going to the toilet, and I was able to wean off toilet, no, it's not a toilet, going regularly, without laxatives and suppositories. So that's been huge, because I didn't like the doctors. I went to the doctors and they said, just keep on the laxative. She can stay on that for, as long as she needs. But I didn't like that. There was something not right for her. And no matter what I was giving her, it wasn't enough to help keep her regular. So that's huge. And that's Juice Plus. That's helped her so much. So the other children, Indy also had eczema all over her face and cheeks and lips, similar to me, and the berries have helped that. So she doesn't have that anymore. And mood's a huge thing for the girls, and sickness. They're very, very rarely sick. Other kids can have colds and all the rest going on at school, and we survive it. So why did the business make sense for me? I just found myself naturally talking about Juice Plus when people would mention things to me, or often people say, oh, how do you keep up with the kids? And you're always full of energy. And it was just natural to be talking about Juice Plus and all its amazing benefits to our family. And I often found myself then referring on to my friend who introduced me to it, and we got chatting, and it was about that I could possibly get the product cheaper for my family and myself, and do something for myself. And that's important when you're running around after 3 kids and a family, doing something for yourself, which I don't do often. So that's basically how much Juice Plus has helped our family. And I also love the business, that it's all about positivity and sharing. There's no pressure, and it's just about inspiring other people to feel, I guess, the way that I have since being on Juice Plus. So that's it. Thanks.
Amazing. Thanks, Ames. And I was that person. She used to just keep giving me more and more customers, and her mum's on tonight too. So hi, Mandy. I just remember Ames went off this product. Things got a bit tight there for a little while between having babies and whatnot. And her mum, God bless her, called me up and said, I need to get Ames some product. She's sick. She's, been off her Juice Plus, and now she's crook and she needs to get back on it, and her mum got her back on it, and now she's doing the business. So well done, and I'm so excited to have you on this journey with me. The other fun thing we like to talk about is how we get paid. Okay, so we're really lucky because Australia and New Zealand, we're together on the same business plan, and it's an amazing business plan. We can share this product, program and opportunity over 29 countries, but here in Australia and New Zealand, we're really lucky. We get paid 3 ways. With retail profit, commission, this builds up what we call our residual income or beach money. But what we like to talk about is the bonuses. And I think you've got tonight hearing from these amazing girls that, we do put ourselves last. I find a lot of mums are living off toast, coffee and leftovers. And there's no time to go to the hairdressers, no time to get their nails done. But we have this beautiful bonus structure here to help you as an incentives to help you grow your business in the early days. They're just there to help you grow. If you miss them, you miss them, not a big deal. No pressure. But if you get them, it's an amazing little part that we as mums and females, we sort of suggest that you spend some of that on yourself. As soon as you start looking after yourself, that melds into everybody else. You're feeling a little bit more bright, a bit more lit up, and it's so much more noticeable to people around you. We help people get to DVF really quickly. You start off as a virtual franchisee. DVF, we try and help you do within your first 10 or so days. But the first big bonus is $400. All right, and that's for senior direct virtual franchise. Take no notice of the names. They don't mean a great deal. This means you probably share the business with maybe 1 or 2 people at this stage. And so you get this $400 bonus. But here in Australia and New Zealand, we also have these beautiful teacher bonuses. So your teachers helped you get there. They get a $400 bonus as well, which is pretty cool because you're also becoming a teacher yourself. You've got this 1 or 2 beautiful teamies that you've invited and shared the opportunity with. You're going to keep them hot on your heels to do DVF and then to SDVF. So then you've got that opportunity to that bonus too, which is cool. Sales coordinator, which is $600 for you and $600 for your teacher. This means you probably shared the business maybe with 3 to 5 people by then. And you're starting to grow a beautiful little tribe. You're attracting people because they're seeing the amazing change in your health, seeing some wonderful recipes, and seeing how it's changing your lifestyle. The next one is senior sales coordinator. That's a $1,200 bonus for you and a $1,200 bonus for your teacher. Here things start to change a little bit, where you're spending your time, how you're sharing it, and you're starting to really understand that it's no longer about you anymore, as much as it does keep affecting you, but how much you can help so many other people in so many different ways. So I've got them, Lindsay, who's going to share tonight. So for you, Linz, how did Juice Plus come into your life? What exciting things have happened to you so far? And what are you looking forward to in the future?
Sure. I've got a bit of a cranky 2-year-old in the background, so I apologise if she's a bit noisy. Juice Plus came into my world February last year. Jana actually introduced it to me, and as she said to me when she was drawing the circles, I'm the friend with FOMO, and didn't want her to get profit. I wanted it. So she introduced me to the product, and that, that just made sense to me. I wasn't looking for a product, but it was just such a simple way to boost our nutrition without even thinking about it. So that's why I jumped on board. And then, she said I could get it cheaper and pocket the profit instead of her. And I thought, well, why would I not do that? It makes it so much more affordable, especially as a family of 5. So that's what I did. And I was quite happy just doing that. I shared it with enough people that it covered my family's product each month. And I was happy with that. It wasn't costing me anything. So that was good. Then I went back to work because I was on maternity leave at the time, and I went back to work full time. We moved interstate, and my hubby was away with work at the time as well. And putting my daughter into full-time care wasn't fun. She hated it. She cried every morning. I cried sometimes, and, felt like the worst mum in the world for doing it. And I guess I just sort of realized that was kind of going to be my future. I was going to miss out on so many things because the wonderful women that were looking after my daughter were going to tell me what she'd been up to all day because I wasn't going to get to see it. And that really hit me hard because I've got a 14-year-old boy, and I joined the Defence Force when he was very, very young. So out of his 14 birthdays, I've missed 12. And I really, really hate saying that, but I say it because it just shows, what I had given up for a career, and I knew I was about to do it again. And that I wasn't up for that. I was like, nah, not doing that again. It was horrible. So I reached back out to Jana and I said to her, loving the product, absolutely loving the product and what it's doing for me and the family, especially the kids, and getting it free. But I wanted more. I needed more. I needed a lifestyle change. I needed to be able to spend my time with the people that I love more because I was missing too much of their life. And, I didn't have them in my life to miss out. So, I went to work and I asked Jana what I needed to do, and I followed what she said to do. I, followed the people who were successful in front of me, and And it worked. So this year I went on maternity leave in April from my job, but I went knowing that I could make a really cool decision, and that is next year I won't be putting both of my children into full-time care and watching both of them screaming and crying at me. I'll actually be saying goodbye to my job, and I'll be staying with this business because it's enabled me to be able to afford to stay home and not miss out on those moments. So, and that's what I just love. I love knowing that that's my future, getting excited every time. But what I really love now and what's exciting at this point in my business, as Jana explained, being at the SSC, almost SSC level, is helping other people. And now I get to help other, especially mamas, because that's where my heart is. I can relate so well to mums, and I just love being able to help them create that. And they can stay home with their bubbas longer and watch them grow up, or whatever it is that they want to do. Some people love their job and they want to stay there, but maybe reduce their hours or take the family on a holiday. But being able to help them create that and make it reality when in the beginning it was something they were unsure if they could even do is such a cool process to be a part of. And I just love doing that. It's really, really cool. So thanks for letting me share, Jana.
I can't hear your story enough. Thanks, Linz. And that's another thing I love too. Lindsay's my closest friend. Male, I was going to say female, doesn't matter, male or female, and she was in the Navy, and it's been hard work, to keep our friendship up. But this business, she's still in Canberra, I'm in Melbourne. We talk just about every day. We've got an extra reason to do so because this business excites us. We've always got something exciting to tell each other, but we've also got beautiful children that we're growing and husbands. Or to say husbands, that we need to share about, as well. So this business is an extra link to keep us closer and to keep us growing together, which I love. Next one is QNMD. Almost there. That's where I'm at. And that was a $1,500 bonus for me and a $1,500 bonus for my teacher. And the top one, NMD. In saying that, there are other ones after there, but this is really where you want to sort of be focusing on. That's a $3,000 bonus for you and you only, because by then your teacher's earning plenty of money and they don't need it. You're on about 100 to 120,000 a year, depending on how the growth of your whole business is, how much you're helping each of these beautiful people build their own tribe below you. But again, retapping on this, you get to get this bonus once, this one once, this one once, this one once, and obviously the other two. But these ones in the middle here, you help people come into this amazing business, show them the opportunity, bring in 2 people, bring in 20 people, bring in 200 people. You don't need many people to know that do this business, but you have that opportunity to get these teacher bonuses over and over and over again. Not forgetting you've got this residual income growing in the background, so you can take those holidays. You can take a week off to be sick. You don't need to tell the boss. You get to, you've got this beautiful thing happening, and it's all on your terms. Work when you want, where you want, with who you want, and no pressure. You can grow it as slowly or as quickly as you want it. Like I said, people come into this amazing opportunity for a few different reasons. There's probably more, one, they love the product and want to get it cheaper, want to stay on it, maybe share it with a few people. 2, they just want some extra income just to make life a little bit easier so they can say yes to more. I thought I was working in a full-time job so I could say yes to more with my family, but I was saying no to so much. And 3rd, for people to really use this as a vehicle to change their lives. Did I ever think that I'd be a stay-at-home mum? No way in hell. I love the fact that I've got children, but the idea of being a stay-at-home mum really scared me. No adult interaction, not bringing in an income. I have to be a part of that. The idea of asking my husband for money was very daunting. I'd hate the idea of it. So, and the fact that, soon my goal would be to replace his income and for us to travel. It's just all these things that we never thought possible. We weren't dreaming anymore. You stop dreaming, you start having these goals. And what this has offered myself and all our, beautiful people that we've shared the opportunity with so far is that opportunity to dream again. So I just want to thank you everybody for sharing tonight. Well done to the 2 beautiful girls that launched. Thank you to the wonderful guests that jumped on and supported them. If you are watching this recording as well, we didn't get all your questions answered, please reach out to whoever invited you and get those questions answered. But I just want to say thank you again, and hopefully we see you all again soon. Good night.